Beth, good to see you. Congresswoman, good to see you. I got to tell you what, I watched this, and I'm not from Texas, but I imagine you have to, it has to burn you to say that when she says the root causes that the work she's done has provided a benefit because businesses have invested in the Northern Triangle, or there should be consequences. What does that mean? You don't get a cell phone? Is that a consequence when you come across the southern border? No, it's a crime and they should be prosecuted. She completely misses the point, Beth.
Yeah, no, of course she completely misses the point. And now she finds that it's a problem. And I love how she's trying to take credit for Governor Abbott's work at the border, saying they're having less people now going through the border. Why? Because Texas stepped up and did the job that the federal government didn't do. But she has had 3.5 years to create this disaster. And let's face it, Biden and Harris, the administration, created this disaster. We've seen 15 million people come into our country illegally. And let's face it, Trump had much less resources, did it a lot cheaper. But you know what he did? He empowered Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. He empowered CBP to actually be able to deport illegal immigrants. He actually looked and enforced the laws, and then he forced Mexico, with its Remain in Mexico policy, to work with us. All of those things the Biden-Harris administration took off the table. They knew that this was going to end up exactly where we were, with all of these people coming in illegally. And now, because polls show that this is one of the #1 issues that are on Americans' minds going into November elections, now she's finally taking it seriously.
But you won't. And the American people need to know that this will continue. And they can try their level best to lay blame on the Republicans and President Trump for that craptastic bill that they tried to shove down people's throats. But we all know that that is a lie, that this did not have to happen to the American people.
No, it absolutely didn't. And yesterday I was actually on with a Dallas Regional Chamber a congressional luncheon, and that question got brought up about how Republicans killed that bill. Do people fail to recognize the fact that this is a Democrat majority Senate that it never passed out of? Republicans didn't have a chance in the House to vote on this bill, and it was a horrible, absurd bill. What it did was it normalized the thousands of people every day that are coming over our border. It was a horrible bill. If they were serious about it, they would pick up our Secure the Border bill of 2023 that the House passed, that has been sitting and languishing and dying on Chuck Schumer's desk. Yeah. That actually had teeth in it, and it would have solved the problem. It enforced the laws that we currently have on the books. It gave more resources to CBP to do its job. It stopped the catch and release program. It continued to fund building of the wall. It did things that actually would make a difference, that they knew was already making a difference under the Trump administration, that they took off the table. Yeah. This administration has purposely done this. Yeah.
You're trying to fix a problem that Biden and Harris created with their 90 executive orders that they signed to open up the border. This was all intentional, and now she wants to try to pretend like she sees it as a problem and wants to fix what she created. But let's move to this, because the U.S. Navy is set to sideline 17 vessels due to a shortage of manpower. This coming at a time when adversaries like China are building up their fleets. China now surpassing the U.S. with the largest Navy in the world, having 234 ships in comparison to the U.S. with only 219. Beth, this is obviously concerning when you don't have young men and women who want to sign up for the military, so now you can't man 17 ships. It says something about what young, patriotic, mostly men and some women, feel about today's military.
Well, look, they don't want the DEI shoved down their throat. When you are looking at, who you want in your military, you're looking at warriors. And what they've done, and I just got back from a CODEL. We went to Japan. We were in Alaska. We were talking to some of the Navy and the military base commanders out there, asking them what they saw. There's a lot of threats from China that are happening. You nailed it on the head. We're behind. And I asked, well, why are you having a hard time with recruiting? And they said, well, the money that they're putting into recruiting is looking at women and is looking at transgenders. It's looking at DEI recruitments. That's the focus. And of course, you know, when you ignore the men warriors who want to be in the military and you're focused on getting people who don't necessarily want to be in the military, but you're having to talk them into it, yeah, this is killing our military. This is killing our national security. And it is all just being pushed down by the Biden-Harris administration.
Right, and when you have people like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, who not only put our men and women in harm's way, those who are willing to sacrifice for our freedoms, and when they die in service to this country, like those 13 at Abbey Gate, and then you have Kamala Harris and Joe Biden turn their backs on those families and show no ability to even say their names, that's the kind of message that these people send.
Yeah, we went out and we visited. You know, we visited with a lot of these military servicemen, and my heart goes out to them. These are patriot-loving, country-loving, God-fearing men who are willing to, men and women who are willing to put their lives on the line for our country. My heart goes out to them. But when you talk to them individually, they will tell you exactly that they don't feel like they're being supported, that they don't have a commander-in-chief that actually takes his job seriously. Where has he been? He's on the beach. But he's not taking his job seriously. He's making this country look weak in front of the rest of the world.
No doubt.
And we're all paying as a result of it.
Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne, thank you so much. Great.